Well, hello YouTube, Charlie Barley back at you with a new video. Happy Monday to everyone. In this video, I'm going to be talking about playing with multiple strategies. Some of you guys know, I am doing a series entitled The Business of Roulette, and I'm talking about looking at roulette strictly as a business as such as it is. So please stay on the channel and watch. Those are really good videos, no matter if you're using my strategies or mentorship or anything. Those are really good videos that you should be paying attention to. The next one coming up is going to be entitled The Variables of Risk. So definitely it's going to be a really good one, guys. And so take a look at that when it comes out. Now, I received an email, and by the way, this is a screenshot. So if it looks a little funny, it's a screenshot. I got an email from a person, I'm not going to say a student, Derek Hasloff. And he writes to me about the bundle package playing multiple strategies. So here's what he wrote. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let me see if I can enlarge it. All right. So he wrote, "Hi Charlie, Derek here. I'm a longtime follower and user of your systems. I noticed in some of the comments you have some people saying it doesn't work at times. I really don't think they are studying what you're doing closely. The bundle package has made me a ton of money. I have been studying your work like a student and it has paid off. I was going to join the mentorship and I still may, but I'm not sure if I need it. You do a great job at breaking down things on your channel for free. LOL." And you're right. There's a lot of good information on the channel. You just got to study into it. Like I said, this new series that I've got is probably some of the best training when it comes to understanding the game. You definitely want to check that out. All right, so continue. "However, I have a question. Lately, I have been combining strategies, thinking they will work together, but I'm not having much success. Some days I'm up a lot, but then other days I'm down. I feel like there is a way to make this work better. Before I go back to doing this as I did, is there in fact a way to combine the strategies from the bundle or any of my own? Again, fine job on the bundle. I am available to be a testimonial if you need one. Please let me know, however, if I can combine them and how so. Thanks, D. Hasloff." All right, so Derek, I'm gonna show you what I was showing some of my students actually last week. We were talking about this. Using multiple strategies is like riding in a multiple lane highway, right? In order for you to jump lanes, you need to make sure the lane is available. Okay, so you don't want to make sure that there's cars here, because if you do jump in a lane when there's already cars there, you're going to run the risk of getting into an accident and blowing a tire, or in this case in roulette, your bankroll. Number one. And what I mean by multiple lanes, let's say this is your strategy 1, strategy 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well, if you wanted to jump over to 6, 5, or any of the others safely, you need to make sure there's no traffic there. Meaning, what could cause you to lose the bet? What could cause you to lose the bet is playing if the strategy itself is not productive. Meaning, you might want to wait for virtual losses to pass you by first, so that the lane is open for you to jump in. So these cars are like potential losses, accidents, right? So you don't jump in a lane where there's already a car. You wait for it to go past. You be patient, wait for it to pass you, and then you jump over. Okay, so I know it sounds very elementary, but it works. It's the reason why they have this setup this way. It works. So in multiple strategies, just make sure that you're playing them on what I call the backside, or or at least allow virtual losses to occur first. That way you have the most advantageous way to play that particular strategy. That means you're going to have to be patient. If you're this guy, as much as you might want to jump over here right now, you're going to probably need to be patient, because if you did that, you'd probably hurt yourself and someone else. And that's what happens in roulette, particularly when people are trying to combine strategies. It's almost like erratic driving at times when you're jumping in and out of strategies when they're not really available for you, and then you wonder why you get hurt in the process. So I would just say, monitor your strategies, look for virtual losses before you jump in. Second thing I will say is, I don't know if this is an issue for you, but if you've been making a ton of money using the strategies, it's probably because you've been only using one or two at a time, which is fine. And I'm almost willing to bet if you've been following me like that, you probably are yielding on the side of patience, which is great. But if you're going to be combining the strategies, you still need to have the money management intact as well. All right. So you still need enough money to manage each of the strategies, because there's no guarantee that just because you jump a strategy that you're going to automatically win. All right. So number one, make sure you jump in when it's most advantageous. Number two, make sure you have enough bankroll, because if you do jump over and you lose to that, just like you might have lost to another strategy, you still have to make the money back up. So it's almost like you're playing 4, 5, 6, 7 different games, because each strategy has its own permutative value or strategy or sequence or pattern. So you need to just wait and either one, make sure you have the money, but two, you want to wait till the traffic goes by before you jump in so that you can be safe. All right. That's the only thing to that. And I do appreciate you, with your diligence and studying the channel and everything like that. All right, guys. So really quick video. Wasn't going to be long, but I just thought I'd throw it out there because I've been doing this for some time. There are some people who have them. This is not a strange question. And it's actually something that even in my mentor class, I'm talking about now, which is kind of funny that you would even email me this. But regardless of which, like I said, just make sure you have enough money to support multiple games and multiple strategies. 1, 2, always allow the strategies before you cross the lane. Make sure that the lane is clear. You don't want to get in an accident because you're in a rush. Okay, you're in a rush to get somewhere, and that's what causes accidents. Be safe. Okay, being safe means being patient. Allow the stuff to pass first, then you jump over. Okay. All right, guys. Until the next time, Charlie Briley here, permutationspro@gmail.com. If you want any of the strategies, mentorship, or the software. Oh, by the way, I'm going to have an interview coming up this week with the software. I have a guy who's been doing very, very well. And he has a message for people who hasn't had, well, I'm going to say haven't had success. People who might have thought about not quitting because they didn't have a successful 2 or 3 days or something like that. Because in his case, it was the same thing. And he actually dialed it back, refocused, and became more consistent. And last week he had an amazing week last week. Right now he's actually playing it right now while I'm actually recording this. And so he's doing very, very well. I'm going to have him on the channel real soon here. But as I say, guys, listen, it's a business. It is a business, and it's a long-term business. It's not a short-term gamble. In business, you have to have patience. It's not probably going to it's not going to work like it's just like business. Like when you're starting a business, it's all about growth. And in the process, it does sometimes take money and time. Sometimes certain people just shoot right up, and then sometimes it takes a little longer, but you have to stay consistent. But you have to study the stuff enough to know why you're being consistent and why you're being patient. And I think that's kind of to Derek's point, where he studied it. And it's a lot of information on the channel that's free. Like you don't even, I've even said it before, like people, if you don't want, mentorship is great. Like I'm definitely going to teach you some stuff, but you have to have the personal diligence to like study this like a book, like really dig into it to the point where it makes all the sense in the world. And then with that knowledge, you can begin to execute safely with it. All right, guys. Until the next time, Permutations Pro. Derek, listen, man. Multiple lane highways. Watch before you jump in the lane. Make sure the lane is clear. Okay, be patient, and also make sure you have enough gas, enough money to be able to drive that way, to be able to operate that way. Otherwise, stay in your lane, keep your gas, and keep doing what you're doing. Until the next time, folks. PermutationsPro@gmail.com. Talk to you soon.